It rises at one end of the heavens and makes its circuit to the other. Nothing is hidden from its heat.
The Sun, at a distance of 150 million kilometers, is no larger than the Moon, as seen from the Earth. Yet this star is the largest of all the bodies in the solar system. The Sun is an amazing 108 times the size of the Earth in diameter. If one were to fill the Sun with Earth-sized balls, it could hold over 1 million Earths inside of it. The mind is numbed when trying to comprehend the numbers. They seem almost meaningless because they are beyond the realm of our experience. The white patches modeling the Sun's disk are flares. The activity and overall brightness of the Sun has definite effects on the Earth, its climate, and the weather. Sometimes there are huge violent eruptions, flares from active regions on the solar surface. In just a few seconds, tremendous amounts of energy are released. Gas is hurled into space at high velocities. The Sun is a scene of intense activity with many events taking place. Around the rim of the Sun, prominences reach outward, expending tremendous amounts of energy. Dark lines on the surface of the Sun are also solar prominences. The longest line on the disk is about 35 Earth diameters, or 365,000 kilometers long. Here we see a complex chain of sunspots and the intricate granulated shapes surrounding them. Sunspots, which are actually very hot, appear dark only in contrast to the brighter surrounding photosphere. The Sun itself is a hot ball of mostly hydrogen gas heated to temperatures at the surface of around 6,000 degrees Celsius. The solar core in the Sun's center is incredibly hot. Its temperature probably exceeds 15 million degrees Celsius. Despite the Sun's enormous size, it has been placed at just the right distance from the Earth so as to allow life to flourish upon the surface of our planet. During a solar flare, the Sun may eject millions of tons of material out into space. Some of this comes towards the Earth and hits our atmosphere, causing the gases in the atmosphere to release light. The aurora that are created are colorful, wispy, moving curtains of light that slowly dance and shimmer in our night sky. In reality, the Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field is protecting us from radiation that would otherwise have been deadly to life on our world. Hundreds of flares, some giant and others tiny, occur each year. When flares hit the Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere, the effects that result include the aurora, blackouts in radio communications, surges in power lines, and radiation danger to passengers in high-flying aircraft. God's control over the realm of nature is dramatically seen in the book of Joshua.
On the day the Lord gave the Amorites over to Israel, Joshua said to the Lord in the presence of Israel, O sun, stand still over Gibeon. O moon, over the valley of Ajalon. So the sun stood still and the moon stopped, till the nation avenged itself on its enemies, as it is written in the book of Jasher. The sun stopped in the middle of the sky and delayed going down about a full day. There has never been a day like it before or since, a day when the Lord listened to a man.
What awesome power would have been required to stop the sun and moon in their tracks during their daily journey across the sky? God would have had to stop the Earth from spinning on its axis for almost 24 hours, and then start it spinning again. Yet the power which God has at his disposal is far greater than this, greater than our minds can comprehend, as we will discover as we examine more and more of God's creation. We are soberly reminded in the book of Revelation that it is God who controls the dependability of our sun.
The angel poured out his bowl on the sun, and the sun was given power to scorch people with fire. They were seared by the intense heat, and they cursed the name of God, who had control over these plagues, but they refused to repent and glorify him.
Yearly, the moon passes between the earth and the sun in such a way that the entire disk of the sun is covered from view at some location on the earth. This is called a total eclipse of the sun. It is food for thought that the moon is just the right size and distance from the earth that it almost perfectly masks the sun's disk. This is truly one of God's seals on his creation, something that is almost beyond the realm of chance. During such an eclipse, the outer layer of the sun's atmosphere can be seen. This is called the corona. Usually, the duration of such an eclipse is only a few minutes, although the longest may last as long as 7.5 minutes. The Bible predicts that in the last days,
I will show wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire and billows of smoke. The sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
For those who do not know Jesus, this time in Earth's history will be a time of great fear and distress, as the Bible records.
There will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. On the earth, nations will be in anguish and perplexity at the roaring and tossing of the sea. Men will faint from terror, apprehensive of what is coming on the world, for the heavenly bodies will be shaken. At that time they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. But in those days following that distress, the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. At that time men will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. And he will send his angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of the heavens.